Insights, practical truths for successful living with Carl Summer.
In writing Little Red Riding Hood, I wanted to show children the importance of obedience and the consequences for disobedience. Children have a very limited vision of danger. That's why it's so important for children to learn to obey their parents. Mama told Little Red Riding Hood, "Don't forget what Papa and I always tell you. When you walk in the forest, do not get off the path. Go straight to Grandma's house and do not talk to strangers." Parents, it's important for you to train your children to obey. I'm trying to help you with these storybooks to protect your children so they can become successful and have a successful life. Unfortunately, we live in a society where there are strangers who want to hurt children. I wish I never had to do this, but it would be foolhardy for me not to do this. Some children are naturally safe-minded, while others take risks. I had one child that was extremely careful of heights, and another, he jumped off a garage roof. I love sports, and I still play. When we have holidays and birthday celebrations with our children and their wives, we have lots of fun playing together. And even though I'm 83 years old, I still play with them. There was a physical wolf who wanted to get Little Red Riding Hood. And there's another wolf who wants to attack your children who is not physical. He comes by means of digital devices, such as television, laptops, computers, cell phones, tablets, etc. Today, we're bombarded with all kinds of inappropriate content. And as parents, you need to understand and protect your children. You should be aware of what your children are watching. I would never let my children have a TV in the privacy of their bedroom. From the FBI government website was this message on internet safety for children. What are signs that your child might be at risk online? Your child spends large amount of time online, especially at night. You find pornography on your child's computer. Your child receives phone calls from men you don't know or is making calls, sometimes long distance to numbers you don't recognize. Your child receives mail, gifts, or packages from someone you don't know. Your child is using an online account belonging to someone else. Your child turns the computer monitor off or quickly changes the screen on the monitor when you come into the room. Notice the tricks of the wolf. He aimed to get something that would make someone happy. When he saw flowers, he said, "I know a girl will be glad to pick them up." He was very kind. He tipped his hat and said in his sweetest voice, "Good day, young lady. I see you love these beautiful flowers." It was the first time someone had tipped his hat for her. Little Red Riding Hood was flattered. He promised her she would be safe. "Don't be scared," the wolf said sweetly. "I'm your friend. Come with me and I'll take you to a place filled with the most beautiful flowers you have ever seen." When he thought about getting to eat both Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma, he tried to find out where her grandma lived. The wolf said sweetly, "I would also like to bring something to help your sick grandma. Where's your grandma's house?" He acted very good and kind. When they got to the flowers, he said, "Pick as many flowers as you wish. They are all free. I must go and get something to give to your sick grandma." The wolf gave her advice. He first wanted to eat the grandma, so he didn't want Little Red Riding Hood to come too soon. The wolf again said in his sweet voice, "You are walking much too fast. Walk slower and enjoy the beautiful flowers and trees and listen to the birds singing." Everything the wolf said, Little Red Riding Hood believed and obeyed. She and her grandma were eaten by the wicked wolf. Fortunately, a hunter came by and heard strange-sounding snoring. He shot the wicked wolf, and Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma were alive and well. Boys and girls, listen to me. There is no one that loves you more than your parents. Listen and obey your parents. You'll avoid many problems in life if you learn to do that. Parents, you're the protector of your children. Remember, lies, deception, and flattery are the tools of the wicked. You need to be aware of what's going on. Also, don't hesitate to teach your children about sex and the values you believe in. You may feel uncomfortable, but if you don't teach them, they will learn elsewhere. And what they learn about sex may not be what you want them to know. I'm a strong believer in sexual abstinence until marriage. Oh, you're too old. No, I'm not. I've trained all my 5 children that way. Let me tell you what has helped us promote this lifestyle of sexual purity with our children. We faithfully took our children to a church that believed in sexual abstinence until marriage. We weren't lone rangers teaching our children. We belonged to a group of people who shared our values. If you want to raise successful children, join a group that shares your values. It's extremely important. Another great virtue was our children's friends were those also from the church. Fortunately, in this fable of Little Red Riding Hood, she was rescued from the big bad wolf. I hope that by means of this story, your child will have a happy childhood which will lead to a successful life.